Hello, this is PLJ Figs, and this is my YouTube channel. I will be hopefully doing some more content on this channel. And I hope everyone that finds this channel likes the content on here and subscribes. And my first video I'm going to be doing is my Wrestlemania predictions. This Wrestlemania has been. I think I'm going to like this Wrestlemania. I'm going to be watching it, but it's not for everyone, obviously, with what the matches are this year. I'm first going to go through the matches that are, well, ones I do not have figures for. So the first up is going to be the Austin Theory versus Pat McAfee match. Interesting match with Pat McAfee already having matches in NXT, but obviously mainly being a commentator. I think it makes no sense at all if Austin Theory loses this match. With obviously Pat McAfee could get a good match with Austin Theory here, with having previous matches with Adam Cole in NXT and then having the War Games match. But I think it makes no sense at all to have Austin Theory lose this, so I'm going to go Austin Theory to win this. As well as the women's matches, as I do not have any women's figures at all, I'm going to go with this first match is the tag team title match with Naomi and Sasha Banks versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler. Well, I do not see why they've just thrown that team in. They've obviously just thrown it together, put them in the match, have two heels, two faces, and obviously the champions, Zelina Vega and Carmella. This match is a hard one to predict because I'm not really invested, at least on the heels, at least overall as a match for the for the women's tag titles. But I would say, well, the only team really that puts me off with this match is Shayna Baszler and Natalya, because it just seems like obviously a team that's just been put there because whatever, they're two heels, whoopee, put them together. I'm going to predict Sasha Banks and Naomi to win these titles, but to be honest, anyone but Natalya and Shayna Baszler would make me happy, and I'll say that now. They'll do it just because WWE will spite people just to do it. Next match is the Raw Women's title match. As far as I remember, some reason got these mixed up earlier. It's the Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title. I mean, it's interesting, but it's probably the most build for the two women's title matches. So I think it makes sense, to be honest, to have Bianca Belair win for this match over Becky Lynch. I would not put it past them to still have Becky win, but I think Bianca makes the most sense storyline wise, most sense for probably most with WWE to do it. And then you got the Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. There's nothing to really be said. It's just Ronda Rousey's got to win this. There's no point Charlotte keeping the title. It's just I'm not really too invested in the SmackDown Women's title match, to be honest, out of the two. But it's going to be definitely going to be Bianca Belair winning the Raw title and Ronda Rousey winning the SmackDown title. Now, next up, we're going to be talking about the disgrace of these two champions not being on WrestleMania. Ricochet with the Intercontinental title and Finn Balor with the United States title. Obviously, Ricochet's got a title match on WrestleMania SmackDown. And just, if Ricochet doesn't win this, it makes no sense. And Balor's going to be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, sorry. I mean, I don't know who to predict, so I'm just going to predict Balor to win this because he's a champion, for God's sake. He should, at the very least, get to the final, but I don't know who else could win it. I've not properly checked who's actually in the match, but they normally just put a load of randoms in there. So yeah, I'm going to predict Ricochet to keep his title and Finn Balor to win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, sorry. Keep on saying the wrong thing there. I'm going to predict Balor to win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on WrestleMania SmackDown. These are the only two matches on WrestleMania SmackDown I care about, because obviously Ricochet's defending his title. Why is this not on the bloody WrestleMania card? For God's sake, he's just won the title. Same with Balor. You get two fan favorite mid-card champions and you don't have him on WrestleMania. Like, why? It makes no sense at all. But I'm going to go for, obviously, Ricochet to retain his title, Balor to be to win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, but who cares who wins that? And yeah. Next up, we have the first match of the WrestleMania card that I have figures, well, some figures for. We've got Pete Dunne, or what he's been known as Butch. Why have they changed his name? I do not know. It's the same with Walter. They've called him Gunther now. But I've got him standing as Sheamus, and Rich Holland will face the New Day. Why is this on WrestleMania? Like, you could have had either of the mid-card champions in this spot, but to be honest, if they don't have Kofi and Xavier Woods win this, then it makes no sense. Also want to give out a big big wishes to Big E, to hope for him to have a full recovery. I saw that he's broken his neck. Hopefully he might be back, but we'll have to see about that. But big wishes to hopefully that he comes back soon. Next up, we have the match of Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin. I do not have a Baron Corbin figure. Need to get one, but I'm kind of being apprehensive of main roster talent to get figures for, because obviously they are all getting upgraded with the double jointed arms, so I'm a bit apprehensive to get new figures at the moment of guys who are main roster who haven't had this yet. But Drew McIntyre's got to win this. Like, is there any other result that makes sense in this? Like, I do feel bad for Drew being in this sort of match, but at least he's on the card. He gets a match. He's going to beat the hell out of Baron Corbin. And yeah, he should win this match, hands down. Next, we've got the match between Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn. Obviously, I do not have a Knoxville figure, because there's not one, and unless I make a custom, there's no point. This is as far as I know, anything goes or something like that, or something like that. I know it's like basically kind of like a no DQ sort of match. It sounds like. I mean, I can see Knoxville winning this, but I'm going to go for Sami to win this. I really hope he does win this to keep his momentum, because I've actually quite liked his character since he's turned into this sort of character. Well, this theory, like thinking there's a conspiracy against him at all times. It's gone for like over a year now, I think. Like, it started in the bloody, as far as I know, it started in when it was the Thunderdome era. And obviously you've got this lovely figure to commend his character. But yeah, Sami Zayn's got to be winning this, I hope. And yeah. Next up is the Bobby Lashley versus Omos match. Obviously, I've just got Great Carlene here to represent Omos, just for the size sort of thing. This is a hard one to predict, as obviously Omos is being built up by WWE. You've got Bobby Lashley returning from the injury that I didn't think he was going to be back. As far as I know, he was not supposed to be back before WrestleMania, but he returned. So here we are. He obviously got injured at Elimination Chamber. I mean, I don't know who to go for here, as Omos is getting built up by WWE, but you've got a returning Bobby Lashley, who's now, it seems like he's going to be a face at the moment. So I think, just because of the heel face at the moment, I think we're going to have to go Bobby Lashley to win this. I think they'll go for the face just to get a big reaction. Hopefully it doesn't hinder Omos's sort of run at the moment, but it's here or there. You've got a former WWE champion, and to be honest, potentially a future world champion. We'll see how WWE can be with Omos. I mean, Vince, big guys. It's a match made in heaven, but we'll see. But I'm going to go for Bobby Lashley to win this match. Next up, we've got the match between the Mysterios versus Logan Paul and The Miz. Obviously, no figure of Logan Paul, but there's an here or there. It's not here or there, but this match is interesting. I've kind of liked the look of this. I mean, Logan Paul in a wrestling ring. I mean, he failed in a boxing ring, but he obviously somehow survived against Floyd Mayweather. But there's here and there. Interested to see how he does in a wrestling ring. We'll see how he goes. It's been interesting, this build. I mean, I've used the word interesting because this Mania card is interesting, but not like amazing. But it could shock everyone. Like, everyone's got low expectations for this. But I think, I don't know how they're gonna go for this. To be honest, I think I'm gonna just near it for the Mysterios to win this match, just because why would you have, unless you're going to build the Miz to like a world champion maybe, or to win the mid-card title soon, why would you have a celebrity team, well, the Miz and a celebrity win against the Mysterios? So I think I'm going to go Mysterios to win this. I wouldn't mind either or, but I hope the Mysterios win this, so I'm going to go for Mysterios to win this match. Next match is the SmackDown Tag Team title match between Shinsuke and Nakamura and Rick Boogs versus the Usos. I mean, I'm kind of liking the pairing of Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura, but I can't see him beating the Usos. Obviously, I don't have SmackDown or Raw tag titles, so I'm just using the NXT tag titles for the SmackDown ones for now. But I can't see the Usos losing this. Like, it would make no sense unless you're gonna really build them up, or just have a baby face win. I can't see this happening. So sorry, Shinsuke. The Usos are going to be winning or retaining their SmackDown tag team titles. Next matchup is the Raw tag team titles match with RK Bro, Alpha Academy. I don't have a Otis figure, sorry, and Street Profits in all fighting for the Raw tag team titles. I've just got my tag team titles to represent Raw tag titles. Feels a little bit like the women's tag titles, but if it was actually booked well, as we've actually got 3 proper teams. Obviously, Alpha Academy being the newer team, but to be honest, they've done bloody well. I think I've been liking Alpha Academy, and even during the recent segment of bloody Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens sort of show with them two, Chad Gable actually a little bit made me a bit of laugh with how he reacted. Probably supposed to be a heel, but he made me laugh. But I don't think we're going to see a title change in this match. So, sorry, Alpha Academy. Riddle, stay. Sorry, I've had Riddle being a bit of a pain in the ass at like this figure to stay up. And sorry, Street Profits, but I'm going for RK Bro to retain their titles and still be the Raw Tag Team titles. I can't see anyone else. Maybe the Street Profits at a stretch, maybe taking the titles and maybe changing their characters, because it does feel like they're kind of acting a bit heelish recently. But I think my pick's gonna be RK Bro to retain their titles, and yeah. Next up is this little segment with the KO show with special guest Stone Cold Steve Austin. Will this become a match either on the show or either at a different pay-per-view? We'll never know, but I think this is going to be a fun segment. KO has been brilliant, same as him and Seth Rollins have been brilliant recently. I've been loving it, especially Seth Rollins recently with him trying to get himself to WrestleMania. I mean, first trying to take KO spot, then trying to take AJ spot. But we're not here to talk about that yet. We're not talking about Seth yet. We're talking about Kevin Owens, and I think this is going to be a fun segment. Someone's going to get stunned, obviously, with both of them having the stunner as their finishing move. Literally emphasis here with stun the world on this beautiful figure of Kevin Owens. But yeah, this is going to be a fun segment, and yeah. Speaking of Seth, Seth Rollins has got a match against a mystery opponent. Ooh, and I swear to God, if it's anyone but this man, Cody Rhodes, we're all going to be disappointed. I mean, if it's not Cody Rhodes, and if it's like Veer or Shane McMahon, I think everyone's just going to be absolutely disappointed. Especially, I think Seth Rollins would probably even be disappointed himself. Who would win out of this? If this is the match it's coming up, it's going to be at WrestleMania. Sorry, Seth, but Cody's got to win his returning match. I mean, there's been rumours he's already signed, but I'm not believing anything until I see him in a WWE ring. Like, I mean, it feels a little bit like Moxley going to AEW. No one knew if he was going to go to AEW until literally he showed up on the first ever show of AEW, Double or Nothing, and yeah, the rest is history in a moment. But you got the man who created that competition coming back. I hope they book him well. Please no Stardust, please. Please, Vince. Please no. But yeah, if Cody is the man to return, if Cody is the match, what everyone thinks it's going to be, and I think it will be, but you never know with WWE, they might throw in a curveball. Please, if Cody is the man, Cody wins. If it isn't Cody, then Seth is going to win that, hands down. But I was going to say Cody. If it's anyone but Cody, I'm going to predict, obviously, Seth to win it. If it is Cody, Cody's winning it. They can't have him lose on his debut match. Next up, we have a dream match from Eddie, including me, AJ Styles versus Edge. I'm not sure how I feel about Edge's new character. I mean, he's been given one of the better new themes in recent memory, but that's not really hard to do. It's not bad. It's not better than his old theme. It's not better than, obviously, his normal theme, but it's okay, and it's actually brilliant compared to any new theme that people have been getting. Who needs this win? I really do not know. This is the one that I'm like, if it's going to go further, then I feel like Edge is going to win this. But if it's going to be this one match, I feel like AJ's got to win this. But I feel like they are going to just push this further over after WrestleMania. This is going to keep on going. So I feel like I'm going to go for Edge to win this, but I would not be mad at AJ winning this. So sorry, AJ. My prediction is going to be Edge to win this, but I'll be happy either way, whoever wins this. And now we come to the main event: Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for both the Universal and WWE title. I mean, it's the best booked thing going into WrestleMania, but then I'm not happy about both titles being involved. I would have rather this title go to someone else and have another match. But here we are. But other than that, everyone's been, including me, has been loving this feud. It's fun seeing Brock Lesnar on regular TV again. I'm loving his current character. I was obviously rooting not him to win this damn belt, but he's won it anyway. But I feel like maybe Bobby Lashley would have kept the title if he didn't get injured, but that happened, so now we're here. The title unification match. Please do not unify these two belts. I feel like I'm the only one that does not want a brand split to end, because the roster, yes, would be larger, but a lot of wrestlers would get lost in the shuffle, like, easily. If they are going to unify the titles and make a new title, for God's sake, why? But please no. If they obviously were having this match, like, just keep two belts. Do not just get rid of one. And I can actually see, because I recently saw prediction, how he would book by Adam Blompier, I think that's his second name. I always get him wrongly. Thing of Cody Rhodes' return to WWE, where Roman wins, takes the belt, and then drops the WWE title. I could honestly actually seeing that happen, just so you keep Roman strong. He doesn't take a loss to this belt. I can still easily see Brock Lesnar winning both belts and taking both belts, and WWE doing a big FU to everyone. But that's near here or there. Who do I think is going to win this? It's a tough one, because it's who I would want Roman to win, but who do I think WWE is going to do? It's a bit unclear. I feel like you've got to keep building Roman to keep belts. I can even see him, obviously, like I said earlier, winning both belts, dropping one of them. Obviously, this belt, if he does win. But I've got to say, sorry, Brock, I'm going to go prediction Mr. Roman Reigns to win the main event. If he doesn't, I would be angry, but I wouldn't be as angry as if certain other matches went differently. So I can see Roman winning this, either keeping both belts and have him lose the belt, or him win the match, drop this belt, and I don't know, there's a tournament, Adam Blompier's favourite thing, a tournament to crown a new WWE champion. But if they are going to unify the titles, please do not just make them into one belt. I'll be annoyed. Everyone will just not be happy about that. And please just do not end the brand split. Yes, we have not got as many people as, obviously, because of all the damn releases, but that's near here or there. Some people have gone to better places. Some people have just come back. You never know. But I think Roman's going to win this. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. And thank you for everyone on Instagram for all their support. If you'd like to see my pick fed, what I've got on Instagram, and will be uploading my version of Wrestlemania on this channel, please subscribe and go follow my Instagram. That is literally the same name as this channel, PLJ Figs on Instagram. And I hope you all enjoy, and see you later.